Hey guys, this is Megan.
And this is Kat.
And I'm Sierra.
And we
are the Muses.
The Meandering Muses.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy June, everybody, to you and all the viewers. Yeah, we just want to thank everybody who watched for the support last week as we rebooted the podcast. So thank you guys.
I was just going to mention, thank you for those who were part of the campaign that I briefly mentioned from the last episode, who decided to put inside jokes for that campaign in the comments section. That was very fun to explain to everyone.
Yes, thank you. It was so very funny learning about the context for y'all's quotes.
Yes, everything. Oh my gosh.
So because we are trying to be consistent, we know that this one should go up on the 29th. We're recording this 2 weeks prior. So happy June. Happy Pride, happy Juneteenth if you're a dad. Happy Father's Day to my husband. And also, because it's going to be going up after that, happy birthday to Sierra and also my husband.
So, yes! Oh my gosh.
Any plans in the next 2 weeks?
I'll let you guys answer first. I'll go last on this one.
Kit Kat, you first. Feel free to answer my own question.
So, I don't really have any plans for Pride because here in the Czech Republic, Pride actually is celebrated in July. So I'm going to be celebrating in July. And then for Father's Day, I'm going to be doing a Zoom call with my dad and sister. And it's going to be nighttime, my time, their time. It is going to be morning. So they're going to be drinking coffee. I'm not going to be drinking coffee. I have to remind myself of this because every time I chat with you guys or with them, you guys are drinking coffee and I'm like, oh, that looks really good. I kind of want some coffee. And then I'm going, it is 10 p.m. at night. Are you insane? So I'm drinking tea. So I'm drinking tea. Specifically, I'm drinking Ruby of the Sea from the Gilded Tiefling. Not sponsored, but they have such amazing loose leaf tea. Oh my gosh.
Sierra, you told us about this tea, right?
Yes. You created this monster.
I've been mentioning the teas ever since we started doing the recordings for the blind reactions because I started introducing the teas when they became thematically appropriate for parts of the musical. Yes. And unfortunately, and I do need to mention it in this video for those of you interested, if you want to get any of the epic collaborative teas, only for the month of June can you order them. And right now they're currently out of stock, but you can still add yourself to the list. They can only accept new orders during the month of June. After that, there will be no more orders taken for the epic teas. There will be no more epic teas available.
For June. So as of this going up, you have 2 days.
After this.
You have 2 days.
You've got 2 days.
You got 2 days.
Heed our warning. Oh my gosh.
I'll just have to see if you guys have any left the next time I come over because my budget's really tight this week.
I'm stocking up.
I don't blame you.
Stocking up.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to enjoy them and potentially be drinking the teas while you watch our reactions, this is your sign. You might want to take advantage of this while you can still order it.
Yes. Also, if
#
you buy
not
2, we are not sponsored. Again, we are not sponsored by the Gilded Tiefling. We just love them. So also, if you buy 2 of the series, you get a little enamel pin from their. Yes. So
I'll just sit here and be jealous.
I've been stocking up, and I'm going to have 2 enamel pins that are coming, and I'll display them when I finally get them because one of them is the pig one, and I'm so happy. But yeah.
One of these years I'll get myself some Athena merch or something.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And maybe a Winion for the boop, but we'll see.
Winion, yes.
They are still selling the Warrior of the Mind shirts. Right now, they also have it available in youth sizes, so you and the boob can match on the official Epic the Musical merch shop that Jorge runs. And you can get the little Winion plushie there too. Those still on sale.
Yay.
Nice.
Not sponsored by Epic either.
Sponsored. We're just fans.
We're big fans. Right. Loose leaf TN music. Oh my god.
Also because we just recorded for Storm, guys. That's why we're all like on it. That's why we're like epic. Yeah.
Epic.
But we are gonna reel it in. So Sierra, any plans for this coming fortnight or so? Because you have a birthday coming up.
I do have a birthday coming up in regards to when we record this. In regards to when you are all watching this, my birthday has already passed.
So say happy birthday in the comments to Sierra, guys. Go.
Yes, feel free to say happy birthday to me if you like. No pressure though. You can also just say in chat, "Wow, you're old." I'm not going to tell you how old I am. You can just say, "Wow, you're old." It's fine.
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure both of you are younger than I am. Take a breath. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'm taking it in stride. It's funny. But
we're aging gracefully.
As far as like plans go, the day before my birthday, I am going to be playing in the same campaign that gave us the capitalistic chicken man. With my character who ruined a marriage without actually cheating on anyone. Actually, I want to explain this on camera just because I think everyone's going to have a kick out of this. My character was acting as a private detective, essentially, before they met up with the party. And so they were hired to investigate random stuff that was happening. And on several occasions has discovered, the partner of the person who hired me was responsible for all of this stuff happening. And this was their attempt at covering it up, or the end results of whatever sneaky stuff they were doing behind their partner's back, whether that be actual cheating in the romantic sense or cheating as in, I'm in a contest and my partner betted against me and rigged the competition against me so they could win the money. So it could be in that sense as well. Like, not everything is about romantic cheating in this one. So my character, upon discovering what happened, then gets to present the information as, this is what happened. This is who I discovered was behind it. You do with that information as you will, and it has ended marriages on several occasions.
Makes sense.
This pirate guy shows up on our doorstep and is like, you ruined my marriage. My character's like, I don't even know who you are. And they're like, you ruined my marriage. The least you can do is remember my name. And my character's like, do you realize how little that narrows it down? To which another party member asked my character, how many marriages did you end? And my character says, at least 7. and then later finds out who this pirate guy actually is, Curtis Black Eyes Thorn, and goes, oh, I guess I ruined at least 8.
Oops.
So the day before my birthday, we'll be playing in that campaign. I'm very much looking forward to it. Our DM is wonderful. Has excellent timing, like with stories and excellent story plots. So I'm very excited about that. On my birthday, I am running a campaign for my friends. And basically, this is like going to be set in the founding of a city's kind of like timeline. Because all of my games for this system are in the same place, but at different points in time.
Oh, you were telling us about this.
Yeah. Oh, I remember this. I do vaguely remember
each group that I run through it influences the world and can have a kind of like cascading effect to all of the future players. You can literally watch your actions unfold and the consequences unfold in the future as well. But this game, it's very fun. I enjoy it. My players seem to very much enjoy it too, but I'm going to be running that campaign for my birthday. It's going to be a little one-shot campaign. Hopefully it actually only is a one-shot, because the last one-shot I did took place over 2 sessions. So I'm getting closer with it.
Yay! Yes.
So yeah, I'm going to be running that. And yeah, so I'm excited. Last year when we had my birthday celebration, we watched opera in the park for free. It was very fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
They're doing it again this year. It's just on the wrong day. So I'm like, okay, can't do that this year for my birthday. But instead I'm running a game. So hopefully that'll be fun.
Still cool. Still
Still
cool.
so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Megan, do you have any plans for June?
Yes.
Yeah. So so this weekend, this coming weekend, is we're going to be celebrating my husband's birthday with the Puerto Rican side. It started out as him texting his cousin saying, "Hey, can we just like hang out, have a beach day with you and like your kids and maybe your, abuela?" And it turned into this whole big Puerto Rican like fiesta thing with an invite and cousins like he hasn't seen in a decade and I haven't even met, and we've been together like 12 years at this point, that are coming in from like out of state.
Wow.
And I'm like, excuse? But it should be fun. He thought it was just gonna be like a beach day with a few cousins. Nope. There's it's literally we got an image saying, "Wepa, you're invited."
All right, this is like full family reunion status, which is kind of how, yeah. This is kind of how like most family functions on my end are, because everyone is so spread out that anytime there's basically a wedding or a funeral or a birthday, it's one of those like, this is a great excuse for a party where we can all get together. Everybody unite.
Yeah, it's very Filipino too. We do that for those as well. But yeah, so we've got that, and it just so happens to be the same weekend as Father's Day. So it's going to be a very busy weekend. Why is my husband born in the same week as Father's Day? Every year, I'm just like, now I have to think of 2 gifts. Do I make him 2 cards? My mother had this.
Or is it just one card?
Her birthday was like right before Mother's Day, and I'm like, okay, so I just poured my heart out into your birthday card, and now I have to do that again for Mother's Day. Hold on.
By the way, everybody, Megan does like the best like birthday cards, letters, notes, and gifts. It is kind of a competition, right? Where like you and your family members try and make each other cry.
Well, because see, the thing is, my grandfather, on my mom's side, was like he was very much hard on his sleeve, and so my mom would write him a card and make him cry, and then like, because I take after my mom, then I would write something in the card to make him cry. And if my grandfather's crying, now we're all crying. And so that kind of turned into a competition between like me and my sister-in-law to make my mom cry for her birthday cards, or just basically anybody. So like, if you're getting something from me, either the card or the inside cover or the first page, probably is going to have a letter of some sort.
Might involve multiple pages.
Oh yeah, sorry. Not sorry about what I said. Yeah, no, I think Kat's going away letter was a couple pages long.
Yes.
It involves something like, "I'm so proud of you, you're doing amazing, go forth and prosper," etc.
So it has now become my duty that whenever I give a gift, I now also write an inscription that tries to make her tear up, because, oh gosh, yes.
Struggle with crying. So if I say something made me cry, it's incredibly emotional.
Yeah. So
it takes a lot to get me to actually cry, but yeah. Kat, did you already go? You went first, right?
I did the what am I doing in June? How I'm doing though is because it's the end of the year for me, and I said this in the last video and you looked confused. So summer break in the Czech Republic is July and August. So I'm still in school, but everybody is finishing up. All of the kids are going stir crazy. And basically I have in my head just the phrase, because my brain does this, where it's not the full song, it's just the phrase of, it's the end of the world as we know it, except it's the end of the year as we know it, and I'll survive. Because that's how I feel right now. I'm just trying to get to the end.
You got this. You got this.
Yeah.
All right.
So we are now going to move to our main topic, our main system of topics, the topic wheel.
Woo!
And yay! as you might notice, there is more cat this topic wheel than before, and that's because the topic wheel did me dirty last time. I had no topics. Muses went earlier than I did, so we're gonna see if the random generator behind this machine, the ghost in the machine, will grant me one topic. I don't remember what the topics I submitted last week were, so this is going to be very fun because I do not remember.
I don't know about you guys. I am looking forward to the cat episode.
Yeah.
Yes. So
all cat.
if either we've supposed that this is going to be a nat 20 or a nat 1, where either again it does not do me at all, or it does all me, and then it'll be the cat episode. We shall see. And yes. So
Here we go.
Here we go.
RNGeezus. 3,
Yes.
2, 1.
Spin that wheel.
The
I
wheel
see how
has
it is.
spoken.
The wheel has spoken. I see how it is.
I will say at least the topic is related to what I literally finished saying not that long ago.
Yes. Yes. So, okay.
Okay.
What song makes you cry every time?
This is
gosh,
technically
okay.
a follow-up because last time we spent a lot of
Yes.
time talking about how you have a playlist that makes you cry, Kat. So
Yes.
since
Oh,
it
gosh.
decided it wouldn't be your prompt, it decided to go after something you talked about last time. So
Okay, you guys go before me because I have to look up specifically the one that I was thinking of while we did this, and I don't want to flub well on camera. So give me a moment.
Well, one of the songs that makes me cry, like, when I heard it, I can't talk about because it's from Epic.
but of course it is.
So I guess the only other one I'll talk about is one, Megan, you actually watched me cry trying to sing.
Oh, I have it on tape.
You do have it on tape. I do give you permission to put a small clip of that if you would like in here. To explain, the song is Dance with My Father Again. It's a very emotional song for me because my dad passed away shortly before I was going to perform that at a school talent show.
Yeah, so then you brought it to Mr. Nate's singing class.
Because I figured enough time had passed because my father passed away when I was a child. I am now an adult. So clearly enough time has passed that I can listen to the song without crying. Surely it should be fine to sing. And I listened to it enough that I was like, okay, I think I can get through the whole song without crying. I stand up on stage and I start crying. And I unfortunately struggle with showing that kind of emotion on cameras. So when Megan asked if it was okay to show me, like show that song specifically on your channel, I said I would prefer that specific song not to be shown. Because
which totally your prerogative. I mean,
yes.
Just because I didn't feel comfortable at the time having that on display in a very public setting. I'm currently at a point where I'm like, a small snippet of it I am more comfortable with. I still do not want the whole thing on display.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like I said before with like regarding my toddler being shown, like it's about consent. It's about knowing whether or not what is concerning you is on it for the public to consume.
Yeah.
Another dance with you. I play a song that would never end. How I love to dance with my father again.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I am okay.
Yes. But still, we send our love.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for me, there's actually a few that could together just like at one after the other kind of just hits me in the feels. There's like a pow, pow, pow sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Because I like to do this to myself. I will work myself up into a tizzy going, oh yeah, I'm going to imagine this cutscene of this character's like emotional downfall and like just in my head just recreate it over and over again with these songs. And I'm just like, why am I doing this to myself? Right. For the muses. But the first one is, it's this really cool, so it's called The Lamb and the Wolf. And it is kindred voices. So it's from actually like a bunch of different cutscenes of these characters. And it's from a video game, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Or comments, correct me if I'm wrong. But it is basically where they have all of the dialogue of these two characters. And it's specifically the Lamb and the Wolf. And they're basically two sides of kind of the Reaper. So, but it talks a lot about like, what does it mean to die? Well, it, means all of this stuff. And so like, they're talking about it as very detached beings, but there's still a lot of emotion because the lamb is more like it's time to rest. And then the wolf is like, no, run, flee, try to escape, fight for your life. And so you've got these two versions of how people view, death or the getting closer to death. But one of the things that they say is like, the only true death is to have never lived at all, which for a hermit crab like me really hits home because I've sometimes been so scared to interact with other people or to go outside and to experience life. And then to be reminded like, hey, if you stay inside of a shell, you'll never truly live. And I'm already starting to kind of tear up because it just is like, and it's one of those things where just audio wise, it is so beautiful. And you've got these two kind of like, not really haunting, but just very like, even if they have emotion in their voice, they never shout. So it's just a lot of talking, and you've got like this like small orchestra in the background, and I'm just like, okay. And it feels kind of like how one would simply talk about death, but also in a very kind manner. And it's just like, okay, that's fine. Heartbreaking. So that's the main one. And then if I pair that with Absence by Reaganomics, which is about basically it's the person who's leaving, asking like, would you miss me? Would you forget about me? Or, would I be remembered forever? Or will I just like turn into the dirt? Will you search for me? Will you lay down beside me and die with me? What will you do in my absence? And it's just like, okay. And so like, basically I just sucker punch myself by doing that one before the kindred voices are doing this one first. And it's just like, okay, I'm okay. Everything's fine.
You're like, I did this to myself on purpose.
I literally did this to myself, and I literally created these characters that are going through this horrible time. I'm a horrible person, but it's okay. Everything's fine.
You're not a horrible person.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bright red. You can tell, like, look at this. Oh my gosh.
I'm also pretty pink right now. It's all okay.
I'm just orange, but that's my lighting, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
it's okay, Kat. We can blame it on the lighting too.
Mine's kind of in the same vein as Sierra's. But I mentioned last time the sucker punch of Disappear followed by You Will Be Found. Something about Ben Platt's voice. Just in general, the tone, the vibrato is ridiculous. But so we're gonna have so much fun with the trigger warnings for this episode.
Yeah.
I was my mom's caregiver when she was on hospice battling metastatic breast cancer, and on one of our road trips to San Francisco for like radiation, I played Ben Platt's Sing to Me Instead album, and the song In Case You Don't Live Forever came on.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And so that ended up being a song that I actually put on her memorial slideshow.
I remember, yeah.
Specifically for like the bit with me and my brothers, all the pictures of us with her. Like basically that entire song. But the thing I love about that song is that she was here for me to share it with her while it became our song, you know? So like if I'm in a mood, that's what I'll pull up. And sometimes if I'm really in a mood, it'll be in conjunction with Nightbird's It's Okay. Because Nightbird was going through the same thing when she went on America's Got Talent, and my mom was actually the person who discovered her, so that's why that song also ended up in my mom's memorial slideshow. But it's like, but just in general, that song is so beautiful as well. Like, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, but it's okay. So yeah, it's just kind of that. It's most of the songs that make me cry are in that same vein. It doesn't make me cry necessarily every time, like the sad songs that will get me, but if I'm in a particular mood, those are two of the songs that will hit really hard. So
Note to self, adding those to my list to cry to.
I have a playlist. But just also like bits of like musicals. I mentioned last time the entire back half of In the Heights, starting from Atención and ending with probably Alabanza. That hits really hard. Super fun to drive to that that album.
Yeah. Again, everybody, PSA, don't drive and cry. It is not fun, and it is actually dangerous.
Very dangerous. Do not do it.
Off of that fun topic.
I know, right? I mean, technically,
okay.
We still have 10 minutes.
We have half time. Okay,
if you want, we can truncate.
What is actually a way to flip this over when you are finding yourself? What is your comfort, either activity or comfort like thing to eat or drink that just kind of like helps you feel like, okay, I'm sad, but like I'm feeling a little bit better. Okay. Like what helps you kind of ground yourself again when you're not driving on the road and crying?
So I'm very much I need someone that I care about to hold me for a bit kind of person. I need to feel that someone is there physically for me in a way. So like being held is very comforting to me. But if that is not available, because we all have lives and that is not always going to be available 24/7. And sometimes I'm alone when I am feeling the sads. So like I need to be able to comfort myself. So for that one, I usually will watch silly videos or listen to songs to help me transition out of the sad emotions. And I will drink warm beverages like hot chocolate, hot tea, hot coffee to provide that kind of warm, settled feeling, you know?
Yeah, good answer.
You said, what do we do or what do we eat? Is that
so yeah, activities, food, drink, like how do you comfort yourself so even when you're feeling these emotions and you let yourself feel those emotions, you can also then start to transition out of them or transition to the next emotion?
Well, first I have to feel the feels. So if like, for example, I'm missing my mom, I will go and watch that whole 30-minute slideshow and cry. It was a really cathartic 19 hours of editing. Because I did that one, I think I edited it over the course of a few days, a week.
Yeah, I think I was there for that. Just like
you were. I don't
Yeah.
remember much of it. I know that you and JM have told me what you did around me, but I was kind of in a fog, obviously.
No, I think we like handed you
been-
food or like gave you a beverage, and then like we went and did other activities and stuff like that. But,
Yeah.
yeah, that was.
But
By the way, it's beautiful. Like that was so beautiful. It also helps that your mom took so many photos. Like
yes,
really
it was
well.
one of
Like,
those things that where
Yeah.
like she was the memory keeper. Like she was always recording or taking a picture. We'd be like, Mom, we have been to this restaurant every month for 10 years. We get the same things every time. Why are we taking a picture of the food again? And she's like, well, it's different and we're different. And I had never been so grateful that she took so many pictures as when I started that slideshow, when I started editing, because I think I started with something like 800 to 1,000 pictures. But once I'm done sitting in the sad, sometimes I'll go ask JM for a hug. But I'm like, that's a great question. Food or comforting drink is gonna be arroz caldo. That's my comfort. Like, I'm sick, I'm sad. It doesn't matter if it's 106 degrees outside. Chicken rice porridge is just yummy. And with that little ginger kick, like there's something that perks you up about ginger. Except for when I was pregnant, weirdly. Everybody's like, when you're feeling nauseated, go and have some ginger tea. It made me sick every time I had ginger. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, this is not helpful. I'm Asian. I have ginger in everything. I also couldn't keep meat down, so there's that. But yeah,
I remember you had a lot of hard time being like, I need protein. I need to be very clever with my protein.
Yeah. I do a lot of my craft work, like the crocheting stuff, because it's repetitive and it kind of gets you like your mind to mellow out a bit. I'm like trying to think of like, because I don't get into like, I don't usually get into like long depressive episodes. It's more like I am sad and I hit the sad really hard and now I'm going to come out of it. And probably distract myself, but I've felt it, so it's not like I'm just pushing it to the side. I have to sit in it for a little bit first and then I can keep moving forward, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, Kit Kat, comforting foods or drinks or
activities. So tea, but specifically I have a few mugs where the underside is like either unglazed or is like glazed just enough, but it doesn't have like this one has a lip of unglazed and then it goes to glazed. I have a few that it just is all glazed or it's not glazed. And I like to put it right here and just go like this. So soothing touch, because when I was back home, I would hug my mom and I would just cuddle up with her. But because I can't do that over here, I have my tea and it feels like, the same like general warmth of human skin. So she's like, oh, okay. Talking to you guys helps. There have been some times where I'm like, hey, yeah, so this happened and I wasn't feeling the feels, but now that I'm explaining it to you, I'm feeling the feels, and it helps me sort through and process. Because I, as an introvert, when I'm not talking to other people about it, I'm kind of there just going, I don't know why I'm having a headache and why I feel just like really, really bad. And then I talk to you guys and be like, that's why this thing happened.
And also, have you had water? And also,
yes.
Yeah, actually.
Have you hydrated? I'm hydrating.
Hydrate, have some tasty foods.
Yes. My comfort, I think that my comfort tea is definitely a fruit tea of some sort. Specifically something with like, I'm drinking it actually right now, drinking one right now, which is like hibiscus or something like that, where it's not tannin filled, but it is kind of one of the deeper fruit flavors. It's not as light, but it is kind of that more mellow, almost a little sour. So it makes you have that almost that bitter taste in your mouth, just kind of going, oh yeah, that kind of sucks a little, but it tastes so good. Just kind of to ground me that way. And then for comfort food, though, I've got two main ones. One is mac and cheese. Absolutely love it. And then the other is the grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup.
Yum.
It's my favorite.
Love
If I'm having it hits me in the feels, I almost have the reverse reaction when I'm not expecting it and it's at school as a lunch. Not the grilled cheese, I wish, but tomato soup where I have it. I'm going, I miss home. This is so yummy. So it works both ways. Yeah, it is both comforting, but also makes me homesick. So.
Right. Actually, when you brought up the fruit teas, it reminded me because I was like trying to figure out what I drink other than coffee, because coffee's not my comfort drink. It's my I need to wake up now. But I have that honey citron ginger tea from like Costco in the humongous jar, and so if I want a hot drink at night, that is my. Okay, now I'm sitting here and feeling more comfortable drink. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, fruit teas are a thing. I was like, I don't drink tea. What do I drink? Yes, I do. I'm just.
Yeah. Technically, so this is something that I learned, is technically it is an infusion, not a tea, if it is just straight fruit.
Yeah.
I don't care. I call it tea. It is tea to me.
It's
I love
delicious. That is what it is.
Oh. Cheers.
Okay, I am totally okay with you calling infusions teas, even though technically they're not teas. The same
Because
way
you don't have
that
tea
I,
leaves.
yeah, the same way that I do not mind people calling sparkling wine that's not from the Champagne region champagne.
Yes. Because calling it sparkling wine, and also as someone from California, we fought for the right to have our sparkling wines on the same stage as those champagnes. So I'm going to call it champagne if I want to.
But no, like it feels on the same level to me where it's like, technically, yes, there is a difference. Technically, yes, this is what it means if you call it this. I don't really care. If I know what you're talking about, we're good. And
we have a thing, we say fruit tea. So we already are establishing that it's the hot water beverage that has fruit. So yeah, I'm one of those people that growing up, I was very much like, excuse me, it's a valise, not, a handbag or something like that. I was that kid. And now I'm like, it's tea. Like,
I'm gonna drink my bean tea.
Yes, it's all tea in the end. It's all tea in the end.
This is a tea. This is hot leaf juice. I can't believe someone would hear this from my own side.
I cannot. That was so dangerous. I almost was sipping tea. I was like,
I almost did a spit take. There was a moment earlier where I was like, Kat, don't have something in your mouth. You're gonna spit take. I think it was when Sierra was talking about D&D. Also, I didn't want to hear that. But
yes, that is our timer. Okay, we made it.
Good job, everyone.
We survived. We apologize.
Oh my gosh.
For starting on a down. But we were very up last time, so.
Yeah, we were like up, and now it's just like, what song makes you cry? Let's talk about all the trauma. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we are back on this. Why aren't you spinning? Wheel.
Well, that's because I didn't say spin that wheel.
Woohoo! Yeah, but I'm like, wasn't it spinning before? Like it was actually like.
Oh, it was slightly turning, but because we selected something, it's paused.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that it did that. Anyway, you said spin the wheel, so
I did. We finally get a cat one. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Excuse me. It's a special occasion. Excuse me. It's a special occasion. We need to solo.
Okay. I was not expecting that. Hi.
So sorry.
Okay.
Did you? There you go.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is actually not my original prompt. So this is something that my sister, when she was in high school, they had basically like a club where the entrance was the entrance exam almost was where you had to solve a major world problem in the most ridiculous way. It could include magic. So like one, I think my sister's submission, she'll probably correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but my sister's submission, I think, was by turning all of the like armed missiles and weapons into plush toys. So that like just poof. So all weapons, all everything just poof into plush toys. And that's how she would solve war. So I think this might be either fun to do as a group, or like we could each just throw out something of like, if we could put our 2 or 3 brain cells together, rub them about, what it would be a fun but very ridiculous way to solve a world problem.
I'm trying to think of an answer for this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
So,
like,
okay,
well,
let's think
to
of, like-
solve a problem, we have to figure out what problem.
Which
solve,
one? Which
I
one? Yeah,
guess.
okay.
Right?
So, okay, let's think of the 4 horsemen. Death, taxes. No, sorry, wrong one. Death, war, famine, pestilence. We can either pick one altogether, or we can each pick our
I
own.
might have an answer. It's a little silly.
Oh, well, I mean,
it's
I did say in the most ridiculous way
Ridiculous way,
possible.
true.
Like, it's meant to be, it could be magic, it could be, but it's just meant to be ridiculous.
Wealth
And fun.
inequality.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We make the top 1% of like people with wealth participate in a real life Mario Kart contest. And the people that are at the bottom 1% can throw blue shells at them.
Okay, so really quick, you should know that I never played Mario Kart as a kid, so I don't actually know what that means.
So blue
Okay.
shells are like an item you can get, but you only get it if you're in last place in the race.
Yes.
And this
Oh.
shell will target whoever's in first place without missing. There is a couple of
Oh!
It flies to the first person.
like homing missile flies at them.
Yes.
And
yes.
if it hits them, they will spin and
Oh,
they will
yeah.
get stunned for a little bit and then they can resume.
Yes.
But you can only get that if you're like basically in last place when you get your items. Because if you're in first place, you get kind of like weaker, trickier to use items because it's meant to be a bit more like anyone can win situation. But yeah, I vote that the bottom 1% should have access to blue shells that they can chuck at the 1% who are participating in this race.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I love it.
The winner gets to keep their wealth. Everyone else has to break apart their wealth to distribute amongst everyone else.
Yes. Yes. I love it. Oh my gosh. That's good. That is a good one. All right, Megan, do you want to take the same topic of wealth inequality, or do you want to take a different problem in the world?
No idea. Oh,
I mean,
God.
you could also just take taxes. That is a problem in the world. Sorry, it's death and taxes for me.
Which is the actual name of a video game.
It is.
Taxes?
Yes.
No, Death and Taxes.
Oh my gosh. Actually reminds me of random, completely off topic, but you know, this is the Meandering
Go ahead.
Muses.
Meandering, yes.
There was apparently an educational board game in that same vein called Rat Race. And we had to use like actual numbers and like it was kind of like playing the game of life, except you were stuck in the rat race until you got like oh god, what's it called? Until you got what's it called when you have like wealth that you're not actually working for? What is that called?
The only thing I can think of is like passive income.
Passive income. Thank
Passive
you.
income.
That
Oh
is
my
exactly it.
I thought it was
That
wrong.
is exactly
I'm sorry,
the
I was
one.
That is
way
it.
earlier.
That one.
That is it.
That's
Not active income, passive it. The simplest
Thank
of
you.
things, my friends.
Yeah,
I'm
so you're
sorry.
stuck in that game. You are literally stuck on like that wheel of life circle, basically,
Ugh.
until you get passive income.
Oh, that's not fun. I don't want to play that
It's
game.
basically training you to think like 1%ers, apparently. I don't know. I don't remember how we came into possession of this board game. Okay, so the thing that came to mind as far as problem to fix, because we just spent the last however long talking about like parental illnesses that stole our parents, was big major illness type things. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know a ridiculous way to get rid of that right now. I'm like, teach cells to stop dividing incorrectly.
No. Ridiculous. They're in a classroom. You take the cells, you put them in remedial classes and go, this is not how you do this.
Okay, cells, welcome to Mitosis 101.
You're in a remedial class because y'all stuck.
You failed. Failure. You are not supposed to divide that quickly. We're on a schedule here.
Now, everybody, we're going to take a timed test where you sit and do nothing until the timer goes off. Just making it like longer and longer. Oh my god!
Right? Yeah. So there, we have cured cancer. We have
remedial classes.
Cells. Remedial classes on myself. Oh my gosh.
That works. That's perfect.
I like
I
that.
love you guys.
No, see, this is why we're doing it together. This is why we're doing it together. Because
This is our 2 brain cells. 3. There are
we'll make
3 of us.
fire. We'll make
This is our
fire
3
eventually.
brain cells.
Oh gosh.
Okay, Kit Kat.
Okay, now it's my turn. Oh gosh. This is what's always so
We're
fun and
solving all of
nerve-wracking.
the world's problems like this.
All of them today in the most ridiculous way. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do world hunger because I've been on a D&D kick. And so and of course I've been rewatching Mighty Nine, and in one of the episodes they got the Super Happy Fun Ball where
I'm gonna
it's
need
this-
to watch Mighty
Yes.
Nine at some
Please
point.
do.
I've
So great.
been rewatching Fantasy High because I've got Dropout, so I'm on a
Yes,
D&D
Fantasy High
Fantasy
is
High
awesome.
is
It's
so
amazing.
good.
It's
so
so good. It's like the
good.
3rd time I'm watching it, but
Oh
you
my
know, it's a comfort.
Yeah.
It's a comfort
It
campaign at this point.
is. It is.
That first season is so good, and Allie learning how to play D&D on the fly.
Yes.
That said,
Oh my
my
gosh.
favorite campaign so far is Unsleeping City season
I know
1.
what you meant.
That was so good.
Yeah.
So good. If
Okay.
you haven't watched it, we'll watch it sometime.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So they have the Super Happy Fun Ball, and basically it's one of those things where if you press a thing, it like turns, and then it creates a new puzzle piece, and you turn it. But they get to this one part where it like actually deposits money, and you kind of shake it or it just poof, the money comes out, right? And they're going, oh, this is really cool. It's like a piggy bank, but we don't know where the money's coming from. And so for dealing with poverty, where basically, and you find out later that it's because it is attached to a lair of a dragon. Possibly. It's not confirmed, but it's all connected in the same subspace, so we think it is connected to a dragon's lair. So it just is like taking money out of the hoard and just depositing it into people's hands. So like basically that, but it's attached magically to all of the wealthiest people's bank accounts, whether it be electronic or not. And just, randomly, maybe on a Tuesday, maybe a Friday, just a little bit
Robin
gets
Hood.
taken out every so often.
Robin
Hood, but magically, so they can't track it, and it goes into random people's accounts, and slowly the money just shifts down. So yeah, I was in middle school when I heard that phrase, and then they were like, and it literally did not work, and I was like, that makes sense. I did not think it would work. So yeah,
I remember the concept being introduced to me when I was still learning like about economics in school, and they mentioned the concept and how it was theoretically supposed to work, and I thought to myself, that implies that they're spending a certain percentage of their income, and that's not a guarantee. because I am not wealthy, but even I know people like to save their money if they can. So I'm like, this doesn't seem like it would work. Lo and behold, it doesn't work.
Yeah. It is actually kind of interesting because, like, I've noticed this when I get my paycheck. Like, the first few days that I have my paycheck, I feel like a dragon on its horn. I'm just like, I've got my money. I am just gonna keep it. And then after a few days, I'm like, oh no, I actually need to like spend it. Okay. And then I'm like, ooh, I can spend it. Ooh. Like, so I go from like the dragon on its horn to like, I can buy things like plushies and tea.
I can exchange money for goods and services.
Oh, that was actually the first thing that I was taught by my, like, not the first thing I was taught by my mom, but one of the things was, you know, we would get like a quarter per chore that we did at home. And I remember I had I think I had like 3 quarters. And I was like so excited. She's like, okay, well, you know, when we're in the store, you can use your quarters to buy something you like while we're in the checkout stand. And I was like, I can buy something? You mean I don't have to ask you and then you have to say no? I can buy it. I've got power. And then my mom remembers this vividly because it was one of those like teaching moments for her too, because like there's the poor cash register cashier, like, and I'm there and I'm taking my time. I'm being a very serious child with my like 3 quarters. And she's like, okay, so you want to buy like it was either the zebra gum or it was the not Laffy Taffy, it's the yellow gum. Oh gosh, it's
juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit, yes. So
juicy fruit gum.
Yeah, it was either juicy fruit or zebra, and it was like those tiny ones you can get where it's like maybe 3 to 5 sticks of gum. And so I was there and I had my gum and I had my quarters, and it was like this empowering moment until I got to the cash register, and I was like, okay, so I've bought my stuff. It's now my daughter's turn, and you know, and the cashier was like, oh yeah, definitely, it's so important. Until I was there going, wait, I have to give my money for this? And mine was like, yes, that's how it works. And I was like, oh. And I had an existential crisis as a child going, but at what cost?
It's an important learning moment.
It is. And like, so that was a time where it was like, yeah, you know, I learned about coins at school, you know, same with like, you know, I learned about checkbooks in school and how to sign your name and do the costs and stuff. Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
It's okay.
I will be putting something over me anytime she peeks around, but she was very sad. So.
Okay. Yes. That's okay. That is a human emotion. So we were actually talking about my first learning moment with money. Yes. So, and it was very physical because I'm a kinesthetic learner. So I have to actually go through the motions or do things. Geometry messed me up because it was like, oh yeah, so here's a box at this, and I'm like, I'm sorry, wait, let me actually visualize this box. Or like you know, if X then Y, if Y squared, then blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not following this. I feel okay. Give me a sec. I disliked it so much.
I won the geometry contest for 8th grade.
I'm not sure
it
if
was
geometry
stupid.
Or
I didn't like
but...
geometry. No, that's geometry. But I didn't like geometry because I was like, I liked algebra. And geometry felt like algebra with triangles, except you have to explain everything. And I was like, I know how to do it. Why do I have to explain which theorem or postulate I chose to complete it and write it out in my graph paper?
I really disliked it. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, you know the best part of winning the geometry contest was the prize. Do you know what the prize was?
What?
A geometry workbook.
Oh yeah, no.
It was really bad.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, I made peace with math because I got to a certain point in high school where I had taken high school equivalent algebra 1 in middle school. So I was able to only do 3 years of math in high school, which made me feel very happy because we got to pre-calc and I was like, okay, I've made an agreement. We have a treaty between math and I will try math. If it works, it works. But if not, we are never talking again. And I survived. And then they're like, oh yeah, we automatically signed you up for calculus A-B senior year. And I'm like, denied, veto, counterspell, goodbye. And then in college, I was able to take, basically it was math for math dummies. It was math 01, but it was math for non-math majors. And it was basically the practical uses of math, which is why I was like, this is perfect. And it was like, oh, you need to know if you have this object and if it wants to go and it's a 3D object and you want to put it in a space, if it will physically get into the space and not touch the roof, like a bookcase. If you're putting together a bookcase and you need to know what height to do it, so when you put it up, it doesn't scrape the roof. I'm like, why was it never explained like this? This makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a similar thing where, because I went to my mom's private school, I did algebra 1 and geometry and then started high school at algebra 2. And then the next year we did what they called math analysis, because it's basically it was basically trig plus pre-cal. And I did really badly. And then I retook it because the thing is, I was doing okay-ish until my teacher tried to explain sine, cosine, tangent using penguins.
Oh.
And exactly, Sierra. No, it was I think the reason she was talking about penguins was because she was trying to teach us the bow tie thing, but for some reason she was very on the penguins and I was lost. I was completely lost. I think I got it enough the second time I technically passed it the first time, but not like well enough to keep going. And after the second time where I got a grade higher, where I could technically have continued on to calculus, I was like, no, thank you. I'm done. I don't need to do this. Explain to me why I ended up in math club. I understand early math. And actually I did the same thing you did, Kat, where for math in college, to get through college without having to take trig again, I did math for elementary school teachers.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Where we basically learned how to teach Common Core, except that my teacher did not teach us how to teach Common Core. I just breezed through because I'd been tutoring. I will talk about it some other time because I can hear our timer.
Yes. It's nice that we can actually hear it this time so we can hear it.
Yes.
It sounds like a school bell almost, like lunchtime.
Yeah, that's what was ringing in my ears last time, so now you guys all get to hear it. It's my turn to pull us in and focus my own brain. So, but I hope you guys had a good chat while I was...
We did. You'll enjoy it in post. You'll enjoy it in post.
I will. I'm sure I will. Like, I do appreciate that. You guys are just like holding down the fort when I have to mom. So,
yeah.
Okay, so let's spin that wheel. Ooh. Oh, snap. I love it.
Yeah, I'm going to read out loud, then you can make me big. So the question is, what stage production or performance did you watch that left a deep impression on you? So this topic was inspired with the help of my lovely girlfriend, who, when I told her, I have no idea what topic to bring up for this week, she's like, well, how about this? And gave me an idea. And I'm like, I can work with that. And so I revised what she had said to be a bit more open-ended, and we're going with that. So this could be a performance like an opera. This could be a musical. This could be a straight theater production. This could be a symphony, but like main point is it's on a stage. And when you watched it,
Yes.
it left an impression on you for some reason, whether it be good or bad.
Mm.
If you like, I can go first. So for me, there was a stage production that I watched of Moby Dick.
Ooh.
And for me, the reason why it stood out to me was because of some of the stage direction choices that the director had done for the production and also the set design. And so essentially, the entire theater was meant to be the deck of this ship. And so there is a rotating platform in the middle that looks like a compass as it rotates. So you can actually feel like the ship is moving. And there was a giant pillar in the middle to act as the main mast. Yeah, it's really cool. And so as people are swaying with the ship, you can see the compass tilting as like the ship is swaying. It was really cool. They did an excellent reaction with the whole thing. And then later, after they fight the whale, one of the performers who acted as the captain of the neighboring ship who tries to save the sailors in the sea was up on the balcony level. And actually, he stood right next to me and he called out, like, we are on the ship with the captain, calling out to the people stranded at sea. And they called back from the stage. And it was immersive, it was beautiful, but the best part that left a huge impression on me is the fact that they don't really show the whale. Like, even the little sightings of the whale, you never see it as the audience. It's meant to be imagination in the mind. And then comes this time where the crew in their little boats are coming down the aisles towards the stage, and the center rotating piece that was the compass lifts up, and the entire platform is just the whale's eye. And that's when you can get a sense of scale of how big that whale was. And they're fighting the stage like it's the whale.
Oh my gosh!
That is so cool.
So good. And it left
Oh my
such a
gosh.
deep impression on me on how you don't have to have a lot for your
Mhm.
production to just leave the audience in pure awe.
Yeah.
So that's mine.
An epic one to choose. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was kind of dancing around like three of them. So I'll start with one, which is Shakespeare, which definitely does theater of the mind. I love Shakespeare. And so actually, two of them are Shakespeare. One of which Megan actually took me to. So you'll know this one. But
yes.
but specific, yeah. So that one has a really fun like stuff that I want to talk about. But the first one, and the one that popped into my mind because I love it so much, is Hamlet. But it is, well, not that one. So we talked about one Hamlet, which was
oh my gosh.
okay,
How many
fine.
productions of Hamlet have you seen?
So many. Oh my gosh. So one, this
that for ya.
was my first introduction to my dark little heart being very happy because I loved Hamlet and I learned the whole thing. But anyway, the whole soliloquy. But so, okay, fine. I'll talk about both. So there's the one that I first got introduced to, which was where they had actually two Hamlets. And I was kind of confused at first because it was my first ever introduction to Hamlet. And it's like they couldn't choose who was the best Hamlet, so they did both. And so, and they're switching off scene by scene until the very end where there has been the poisoning and there has been the long soliloquy at the end. And they're both staggering and then crawling on the stage towards the front row. And this was, I want to say, like a high school production of Hamlet.
So really quick, because I went and I rewatched our introduction to Shakespeare episode. I'm pretty sure you and I were talking about the same production because I was in high school and my high school drama teacher told me about the production that had more than one Hamlet and they switched off during the to be or not to be thing. You would have been in middle school at the time that I was in high school. I think we were talking about the same performance.
We're like ships passing in the night. I swear, there have been so
I
many
didn't see this
instances.
performance, but my drama teacher had seen
Yeah.
it, and so he was telling us about the Shakespeare's or the Hamlet switching off, and it wasn't until literally a year later when I was watching it back going, Kat, I think it's the same production. We lived in the same place. We had to have been talking about the same production.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sorry,
so
go ahead.
they're okay. It is just insane how many times or like how many connections where it's like, oh wow, we're a breath away from each other. And it took us so long to actually meet. Anyway, so that's one production of Hamlet. The second production was done by during the Ashland Shakespeare Festival in Oregon, because my sister went up to college up there. So we would go and visit her in springtime, and we would catch performances. And specifically for Hamlet, they did it modern day. And they, for the play within a play, and also we had nosebleeder seats. We had right up against the sound booth. And then the light comes on in the sound booth, and you're hearing Hamlet talking, and then you turn around and there's the actor for Hamlet, and he's talking. You're going, I was just going, oh my gosh, wait. And it was a immersion play within a play. The stage is where the king and the queen are sitting, which is historically where the actual king and queen would sit. And you have the actors like trying to like do rehearsal, and then you have Hamlet jumping in going, no, wait, no, I'm going to jump in and ruin the play within the play that I set up. But beforehand, when he's doing like the testing, the mics and all that sort of stuff, he's behind us.
In the booth. That is
He's
so
in
awesome.
the booth. So those are my two Hamlets. My weapons are 3. My weapons are 4. And then another Shakespeare play was the one you actually took me to because you were dramaturging for one of the professors. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was at night. It was in an outdoor theater.
It was Cal Shakes. It was one of Cal Shakes' last performances.
Oh my gosh.
Because it folded very shortly afterwards. But yeah, I did my internship with Dr. Philippa Kelly, and I helped dramaturg mostly The Winter's Tale.
Yes.
Sorry, Kat, to spoil that, but mostly this show.
No, it's fine.
And a little bit, I helped with a production at a high school in Oakland that was doing the Scottish play and just like various researching things because that's dramaturgy. But go ahead, Kit Kat.
Yeah, but no, so, and this is the one where he gives the one stage direction, exit stage left, pursued by a bear. And
the one stage direction in all of Shakespeare.
But it was really cool because they used the outdoor space, and they used like that they only had a few actual actors playing a bunch of different roles to the advantage, because it was told as if, because the shift change in the tone is one of those things, and because we got to talk with the person who directed it afterwards, and so we got to like pick their brain, and then they got to ask like, so what did you think about this? What do you think about that? And I was just like, this is so much fun. My favorite part is the documentary part after a movie, like, and you get to hear the opinions of people, and it's just like
the commentary stuff. Yes, love
the commentary. Oh my gosh, I love it. So, not documentary commentary. So he always said that the shift. They always said that that the shift that happens from this very dismal tale of like this is going to be a tragedy to, and here's a pastoral play where the young lass who, was, kind of thrown to the wolves is growing up and going tra-la-la-la-la, falls in love, meets up back with the king. Like, and they said like, actually, and it's the reuse of actors as well. 'Cause there are, like the servant, like 2 of the servants actually play the young lad and lass in love.
I was gonna say, I kind of feel like, I can't remember the name, but didn't the girl who played the son that dies, like Hermione's and Laertes' son, come back as Lita?
Yes. So they had a female actor, a female actor who played the son who dies, actually came back and got to have this kind of bigger role in the second part. And it's really, really fun. But And one of the things is that they then shifted it so then there was like a pop-up theater that they then end on, and you can see the actors like they kind of like relax, and there are multiple bears in the background. And originally he wanted to do, I think it was like 13 for like the 13 years, but they didn't have enough people to do the bear suits because they had a limited cast. So because it was COVID, they had to change a lot of things, which is why they had to reduce cast, which is why they couldn't change all of the clothes. So when they had to like do switcheroos and stuff like that, they just changed cod pieces, which is really funny.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, I forgot
really
about
fancy,
that.
With a really fancy one, and then you had the
I
like
forgot
peasants
about
one,
that.
and everyone was just like, and they had to hold up signs going, because of the pandemic, this is them switching clothes. It was so funny.
I
But
totally forgot about that. Yeah, because I did
Yeah.
my entire internship online.
Yeah.
Through like email and calls and stuff.
Right. And
Oh
so
my
this was like kind of
gosh.
the first time like that we could also like hang out like in this open air theater. There was also bats that were flying by at one point because it was in the middle of the night. Like over the
Yeah.
stage. It was fun. It was
It got
crazy.
very dark by the end. We all got very cold
dark.
by the end.
Yes.
I think someone gave us a blanket. It was very nice.
We got free ones. So, or no, I think we had to pay for it anyway. So, but it was really great. And, but they did a lot of really clever things, like that there were a number of bears in the background to signify that this second half of the play has been playing as he's been trying to right his wrong. So it's his guilt taking over. And so he keeps having people play these characters of like, no, she's actually still alive. She's just, living as a shepherdess in the middle of nowhere, and she's gonna fall in love and everything's fine. And someday they'll come back to me. And it was just really well done.
Sit in your guilt, Laertes.
Oh gosh.
Philippa and I had like a whole discussion about how she thinks Laertes is probably the worst father / husband in like all of Shakespeare, like apropos of nothing. He thinks his very pregnant wife is like, she put him over Lear.
Like, yeah, that's saying something.
Because his very pregnant wife was being a good hostess, he assumes she's cheating on him, and then destroys his son, his wife. He tells them to kill his, as at that point, barely born daughter. Like,
just born daughter. Yeah, and so basically he's sitting alone watching this play that he's basically written about his daughter to go, she survived. She definitely survived. She's happy. And I'm not as horrible of a person as I thought I was. But there was like so much going on in stage direction because they had such a tight cast and they had such a tight space that they had to do a lot of really clever things to dress the stage. And there was one where it's the trial for his wife. And she's sitting there in just like this very...
shift, yeah.
Yeah, in a shift. She's not even a full dress. She
just gave birth at the trial.
Yeah. And so, and they actually have what I think is like a compass. I remember pointing this out at the time because it was so cool. Was it felt like there was this compass and she was in the center and it was almost like she is on the throne. She's the center of attention, as she should be. It is her last moments. But then when it comes to the end of the play, it is that same like lighting hologram on the stage, and he is not in the center. When he is giving his speech, he's actually off center, closer to the shadows. Because
I feel like he was sitting on the steps.
He was sitting on the steps. He takes off
on the audience.
Yeah. He takes off all of the dressings of being a king, the wig. You can see the patches of makeup that were like hidden because of the wig. You can see them now, and he's so sad. And there in the center is that same light. That it's like it is still in the back of his head, that moment that he met. And then he knew he had messed up. Like, it's still stuck there. And he is not in the center, yet his wife, in her final moments, sat on that chair as if it was a throne. And you could see it in the way the actress was, like, sitting and portraying herself. Like, she is grace. She is power. And she's like, fine, if you want to do this, you're going to do this. But just know, like, this right here is mine. And it was so powerful. And it, like, stage dressing was everything. It was so well done.
It was so
with
good.
limited. Like, it was so limited, but so well done. And it's the mind, you know, the theater of the mind, which is yeah, so good.
And then when she did come in at the end, Hermione came through the audience.
Yes.
So that was so good. And again, like, I did Hermione's monologue for the, oh god, what is it called now? The Shakespeare, the ones that do Slaw. My brain is blank right now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I did that when I was pregnant with her. The one of the trial, at the trial. Yeah. But as far as like first big impression theater, it was actually Big River. In middle school, we got to do the Washington, D.C. trip, which was amazing because my middle school did not do field trips. So we fly to D.C. and it's a big trip. And actually my mom chaperoned on that trip because parents could, and she happened to also work for the school, so she came with. And at Ford's Theater, we got to watch the national tour production from Deaf West of Big River, so Huckleberry Finn. And I just remember being completely enamored. Like they were doing like, look at me, oh mighty water, you know, like it was so good. Like I was completely enthralled, but also because I was in middle school and a lot shyer, I couldn't even like stand up to do a standing ovation at the end because I was so like hyper aware of how I may or may not be perceived. I would so stand up now, but I was like 13. The cool thing about this one is that they incorporated the sign on every single song. And for Huck, for example, they had a deaf actor playing Huck and then a hearing actor playing Mark Twain to do Huck Finn's singing voice and speaking voice. So Huck would be signing and then Mark Twain would be speaking his words. And then Jim did his own singing and speaking and signing. And then the guys who played Pod, they had two, one who was deaf and one who was hearing, and they wandered around the stage doing the drunken act, but they were always in tandem. So one would be speaking and one would be signing, and they'd just kind of wander around the stage like that. And it was so powerful. Like, I remember getting on the bus afterwards with my mom and saying, I'm going to perform there someday, because I didn't know what Broadway was, but that was like the show. I look back on that show and go, that was what made me think I could do theater long term. Like, that was the show. Yeah, it was so good. I wish I could remember like the whole thing better, but I was like 12. But you know, as far as big first impressions go, it was definitely Big River.
Yes, that's amazing.
I was just going to say, like, your description of the signing with Mark Twain voicing over it just reminded me of that one scene of The Hunchback of Notre Dame where they had a deaf Quasimodo signing while one of the gargoyles was being the voice and actually singing in the musical.
Wait, they who did that? I need to know about this. Was this
if I can find the clip, I will send it to you. You can actually put it here if you like. But it's beautiful because they actually like utilize the like gargoyles basically acting as like the translator for the audience.
Mm-hmm. And his internal monologue that works so well. Also to actually bring in the point from the book that he had gone deaf from the bells being so loud. Mm-hmm. Wow, my mind is blown.
Right.
That's amazing.
Like, great choice. And that actor who played Quasimodo, so emotional, especially with the signing. Like, even if you can't understand sign language, you can feel the raw emotion of the words being said.
Yes,
exactly. My sister is actually a sign language interpreter, and we both started off in dance, and she was explaining to me that sign language was really like good for her and easier than other languages to pick up because it is about expression of face, but body movement as well. And you put so much emotion into those two qualities like you do in dance. And I can totally believe like you're watching an actor and they're signing, and I can believe you're watching them and you're watching their expressions and you're like, yes, I understand, because the whole language is so expressive.
Yes. Actually, that's very in line with why I took sign. It's because of, I mean, Big River was the year before I went into high school, and then you have to take a foreign language. It's a language other than English, because it is its own language and it has its own syntax and culture. But I took sign, and sign and musical theater simultaneously were my two favorite classes in high school. And I've heard, and it's also because I'm a kinesthetic learner like you, but like it's because it's something physical. I feel like it was easier to remember. And I hear that a lot of theater kids also love to do sign, and deaf people think we're often kind of screaming because we're so expressive.
Yeah, that is one thing. That is one thing. The bigger your signs are, the more loud, quote unquote, it's supposed to be in actual speaking. So it's like, yeah, if you're being super, super expressive and big with your emotions in sign language, it basically means that you're screaming.
Sorry.
I need to project my voice. I'm also going to project my signing.
Mhm. I will project my face. Yeah.
Yes.
But
So
yeah.
I love those really clever productions. It reminds me of at certain Ren fairs, you'll find the comedy duo of the sign language interpreter and the comedian. And they'll be doing something else, but there will often be a part where they'll have the sign language interpreter do some rather strange sentences, some not safe for work sentences, and then that's part of the laugh because it's partly they are actually doing a job, but also this is part of a comedy thing, so like they're gonna ham it up, and it's really fun to watch and still be able to watch the sign language interpreter going, yeah, okay, I got this, like, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us on another Meanderings episode.
Yeah.
This has been Megan.
And Kat.
And Sierra.
And if you liked us, then leave us a like.
And comment.
And subscribe.
And we'll catch you next time. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.